work up to 82 hours a month in overtime. A shocking report claims Ivanka Trump's clothing line is made by staff in a Chinese factory who are being paid just $1 an hour and are forced to work up to 82 hours of overtime a month. The Washington Post reported that G3 Apparel Group, which has held the exclusive license to manufacture the first daughter's clothes since 2012, has its 80 workers in one China factory work almost 60 hours a week, for pay of $62, according to a factory audit. The outlet says that Ivanka's clothing is made primarily in the China G3 factories, though her firm also has factories in Vietnam, Bangladesh, and South America. The worrying report was released at a time when Ivanka's clothing sales are booming, even though she has been dumped by major retailers, such as Nordstrom. Sales were up 332% in January and February compared to a year prior, according to CNN Money. The brand sold $100 million in fiscal year 2015, according to Forbes. Net sales for her clothing collection soared by $17.9 million in the year that ended January 31, according to G3 data. A report by Fair Labor Association, an independent group that works to improve the conditions of factory workers around the globe, found that workers were routinely required to work 57 hours a week to hit production targets. The report did not specify which brands were being assembled at the time of a two-day inspection in October. They were also required to work 82 hours of overtime a month between September 2015 and August 2016, despite Chinese law setting a limit of 36 overtime hours a month. Employees earn roughly $255 to $283 a month, below minimum wage in some areas of China, and less than half of what the average manufacturing employee makes. Fewer than a third of the employees had any of China's mandated benefits, including pension and medical, maternity, unemployment or work-related injury insurance. Nor were the workers receiving any help with housing costs, as is required by Chinese law. They only received 5 days off a year and their only representative was factory appointed. The group found there was also no training in terms of how to handle equipment or reduce injuries or factory-related diseases common to workers dealing with harsh chemicals. G3 factories have shipped more than 110 tons of Ivanka brand blouses, skirts, dresses and other garments to the United States since October, according to the outlet. In 2012, G3 became the sole maker of Ivanka Trump brand clothing, and that year, Ivanka said the company has distinguished itself as a trusted partner for some of the world's finest and most visible brands. Meanwhile, Ivanka has tried to position herself as a champion of the working woman, saying in an editorial in the Financial Times, "We can add billions to the global economy by creating an enabling environment, increasing women's labor force participation and business ownership, and improving the productivity of their work." Trump stepped down from a management role in her fashion line when she took an advisor role in the White House, but its assets are in a trust, valued at $50 million, controlled by her husband Jared Kushner's family. Ivanka's father, President Donald Trump, has repeatedly touted his Buy American, Hire American agenda. Last week, he signed an executive order that he said would ensure that American labor is hired. "We're going to do everything in our power to make sure more products are stamped with those wonderful words made in the USA," Trump said during the signing. "For too long we've watched as our factories have been closed and our jobs have been sent to faraway lands." Trump's licensed brand lines, which include apparel, accessories, and household items, are made almost entirely in foreign factories, including China, Bangladesh, Honduras, Vietnam, South Korea, and Mexico, according to a report by the Washington Post. Some components of Trump-branded furniture were made in Germany. Trump vodka is made in Israel and the